our time pirates. How are you this fine, fine morning? I wanted to film my TBR video today, but I think I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I'm like, sure, I decide to film on the only cloudy day in between 4 sunny days. 2 sunny days, cloudy day, 2 sunny days the next Saturday and Sunday. Today's the cloudy day, and I want to film today. So I think I'll wait till tomorrow. It's supposed to get cold again too, so yay. So excited about the cold. Lindsay says, I've spent the morning in my PJs watching Bridgerton on Netflix. I wish the second half of the season was available so I could binge that too. I loved the books. Yeah, I'm just watching the previews to that. The only thing I'm upset about, Cora, no. You can't go back there. No. Hold on. I'm going to have to kick the cat out so the dog doesn't turn my computer off. I'll be right back. Excuse me. Cora, leave the kitty alone. You're the worst. Oh, I know. It's okay. No, Cora, move. I know. Cora, stay. Good girl. Good girl, stay. Come on, go get a toy or something. Go get one of your toys. Go get a toy. So much fun. Sorry about that, guys. I am back. Bridgerton, I watched the trailer for that and I was like, oh my gosh. Just, I, wow. Just the trailer is like emotionally powerful. And it's Cinderella. I mean, who doesn't want Cinderella? But yeah, but I won't watch it until it's all out. I haven't finished Stranger Things yet. I don't watch very much TV anymore. So I'll watch it eventually. And I never read the books. But watching the trailers, and I watched the first few seasons, but like watching those seasons and then watching the trailer again makes me want to, right? So let me know. Should I watch them even though I've already seen the show? Let me know. Swank says, howdy, everybody. Happy croissant day. I could use a croissant. Happy fun at work day. What? What's that fun at work? Happy big wig day. Oh, that's a fun one. How cool. Molly, sounds like a great start to the day, Lindsay. Yes, yes, it does. Ren, hello, hello, everyone. Hello, Ren. Oh, and hello, Molly. I just read Molly's comment, moved on. I'm sorry. Hello, Molly. Good morning. And good afternoon, Ren. So good to see you. Molly says, good morning to Zwink and hi to Ren. And Laura is in today. Hello, Laura. So good to see you. Good morning. Excuse me. Let us know what you are writing or reading today. Or if you're doing coffee and contemplation. We haven't had Christina. She's on break. So we miss our coffee and contemplation. Ren says, hoping to finish my arc today so I can get into my next Zodiac book for the readathon. Ooh, that sounds fun. Which readathon? Laura says, is it a Zodiac readathon? Laura says, I'm working on my Dark Academia novel, drafting chapter 4 now. Ooh, love Dark Academia. That's fantastic. Ren says, hey, Molly. And Zwink says, hi to Molly. And, oh, Laura. Ooh. I love DA. And Ren says, oh, and Molly, Dark Academia. Gotcha. Yeah, me too. I mean, we're reading Ravenscaller right now, right? We love Dark Academia too. Important phone call. Yep. All right. So Alicia's joined us, but we will catch up with her in just a moment. And Charles says, good morning with a beautiful sunshine. I love that. Very good morning to you too, Charles. Ren says, oh, and Molly, I hear you want to finish the Book of Doors before me. What happens if I read it in a day? Uh-oh. Gauntlet. Y'all can at least wait to not start it until we start it. Come on now, you two.
Yes, wait until we started
At least until we start it. Y'all might be able to read way faster than Alicia and I. Okay, we got other stuff to do, man. Not that y'all don't, but you know.
Boy.
Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning.
Let's see.
We are trying to stay warm this morning, and that was my dad on the phone. So we should be
Gotcha.
good on that front. But
Hopefully, knock on
he
wood.
was telling me some sad news that happened in his community.
Oh.
There's an investigation in progress.
Oh, yikes.
One, I don't know if I'll be able to convey it, but the gist is that one of the family members of the people who he bought the house from, they have a son who was 15. The 15-year-old was gifted a 30-06 hunting rifle for Christmas, and the 15-year-old is unalived.
Oh.
So yeah, there's an investigation.
Wow.
So it happened, I think he said a couple days ago, or like a day or so ago, at like 11 o'clock at night. So they're not sure what happened.
That's so sad.
I told my dad, I said, I have questions.
Yeah, that's sad. Plus, it's a rifle. That's not easy.
No.
Well. The back to news we could do something about. Oh wait, no, we can't because Molly says Alicia hugs get snow. So count your blessings, Kelly. Alicia might get snow. I'd rather have snow than the ice. Thank you very much.
I heard about that. Like very early into like Sunday, there might be a possibility. So we're gonna take all of the precautions and turn on the faucets so they drip, and I'll have to cover up the plants that I have outside. They're succulents, but
Well, no, they've got more water in them, so you do want to cover them.
yeah.
It's like plants don't feel cold, but frozen water freezes inside plants too, right? And that busts their cells open, and that's what kills them. So
Yeah, I might actually bring them in to the like library bathroom, because I can just open the door, bring them in, and then they can sit
as long as it's not too warm, it's actually better to put them in your garage.
in the
Because you don't want
garage.
to take it, yeah, because that changes, the way they're growing and stuff. If you take them in from the really cold into the too warm, unless you're going to leave them there all winter, then that's fine.
I don't plan to, no, so I'll have to put them in the garage then.
Yeah, because that way they stay cold, but they're not frozen. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Because I've got a little baby succulent plant.
Aw.
Because it broke off one of the bigger ones,
Mm-hmm.
and so then I just potted it, and he's growing.
He's like, thank you. I like my new pot.
He's almost too big for his little pot. I have to get him a new one.
Aw. Ren says, also, Kelly, what are your Kanan Emperor predictions? Can you tell I just finished watching the Ravenscrawler Sprints playback? Well, I don't need the Emperor predictions. That already happened.
Oh, yeah.
Up to where we are reading. But my prediction I don't know. Does
We
anyone
can't
want
talk
to read
about it.
Ravenscaller? I know. I don't want to talk about it here. You know what? I'll go into the Time Pirates writing thing, and I'll put the spoiler tags on it. All right. So it'll be in Discord, Ren. So in Time Pirates Discord, I'll put it in there, and I'll put spoiler tags. That way, anyone who hasn't read Ravenscaller yet, because this isn't the book club where we're allowed to talk about it, right? So I will put it over there because these are big spoilers. But I will put both what I predicted, what I didn't know, right? And then on Kane, I'll tell you what my prediction is. And Molly says, hi there, Laura. And Laura says, I'm sore from the gym yesterday morning and I gotta work today. They want me to not sit now while working with residents. These legs are already jelly. Oh no, I'm so sorry. You're like, no, I can't take any more walking. And Molly says, hey to Charles. Excuse me. I don't know why I have drainage today. And Ren says, a morning, Charles. Swank and Laura. Swank says, hola, Ren. And Molly says, Ren, I don't know what you're talking about, innocent. About reading Book of Doors first. Seriously, at least wait like 3 weeks. Okay.
You can see on my channel when we have the sprints that start Book of Doors. You cannot start it before then.
It's cheating.
Yeah.
Ren says, morning, Lindsay. And Annette says, hello, everyone. Hello, Annette. Good morning to you. Jean has joined us too. Good morning, Jean. It's so good to see you. Good
Hello,
morning,
hello.
Kelly and Alicia. I'm going to do my steps and audiobook and I should write in the second sprint. Perfect. I love it. It's great
Ooh.
plans. Annette says, today is a catching up on reviews day. I love it. I love it. That's still writing, man. So we're writing this morning. Let's get it done. I like it. Y'all are going to keep me motivated so I can get my writing done today. Ren says, yes, it's a Zodiac Academy read along with Vanessa. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Laura, my working title is A Study in Demonology. Ooh, lots of lots of trauma, death, exorcisms, and possessions. A thruple, a secret society, trauma, and more trauma. Sounds like Dark Academia. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. I love it. Charles waves at Molly, and Jean says, I am at 88% of what I tell my friends. It is starting to heat up the book, but I think it could use an editor for the flow. Yeah, I get that. I read that a lot. Ren, we're doing the main Zodiac Academy books, the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac series, and the Darkmoor Penitentiary series. Nice. I didn't know there was like a prison part. Ren says that's sad to hear. Yeah, the story that Alicia said. Charles said listening to Mr. Monk Goes to Hawaii. That's much lighter. I'll take that one right there. And crafting, waiting for the rest of the family to wake up. Poor Charles, you're the only early morning wakier, huh? I understand that. That's me too. My son used to be one too, and now he plays games all night, so he is no longer part of my early morning wake up club. Courtney, good morning, ladies in chat. Molly, your household is awesome, Charles. Because they're sleeping. Molly says hello to Courtney. Yes, yes. Good morning, Courtney. What are you up to this fine, fine morning? Ren says, Laura, your book sounds so exciting. Yes, it does. And traumatic. Oh, sorry. Courtney says, hi, Molly. Ren says, hi, Courtney. And Ren says, hi to Jean. We have all the highs. All the highs. Jean is listening to an Arc Tempest Awakening. Why can I not say it right now? Tempest Awakening by Emma Moon. It is a nice urban fantasy. It includes dragons. I love it. I love it. I finished the Rachel Aaron one last night. It was so good. I want to dive into book 4, but I have 2 other ebooks I'm trying to finish first. Jean says, good morning to the peoples. Ren says, okay, perfect. Courtney says, dragons. Ooh, interesting. Molly says, I will be starting the audio version of Alchemized since I got it as a skip the line from Libby. Ren says, I'll write away. I'm sorry?
You skipped Kiana. She's here. Said good morning.
Kiana, they're not putting you in top chat again. Good morning, Kiana. It is so good to see you. Let me switch my thing. I always forget to do it. I don't know why they do that. It's so rude. Thank you for noticing. Good morning, Kiana. I'm sorry. If y'all see me skipping Kiana, please somebody say something, just like Alicia did. I don't know why.
That's why I was like, I saw you reading the comments and then you skipped hers and kept going. And I was like, wait, but Kiana said hello.
I might have to give Kiana a wrench. They quit doing that. And Ren says, all right, I'll wait for the 3-week Book of Doors probation. Sigh. And Molly says, hi, Annette. And Molly, I agree to nothing, Molly. Ren says, hey, Kiana. And Courtney says, I am getting some reviews done before bed. I have work tonight. Oh, yeah. There you go. Get some done. Get some good sleep.
Molly's
and Courtney
not trying
says
to
hi.
play fair.
Yeah. Courtney says hi to everyone. The dog's trying to dig through my window like it's a dirt pile. Stop it. And Zwank says, Courtney, are you taking your break from live sprints? Ren, yeah, because she wasn't here Tuesday. I was wondering. Ren says, hey to Annette. Courtney says, I still have to finish my book for live discussion tomorrow. Uh-oh, better get to it. Molly, I've always said you can never have too much trauma in your life. Really? Have you always said that, Molly?
No, I don't need any, thank you. I've had enough.
That's right.
I've filled my quota.
In my books, okay. In my life, no. No, done. Laura says, here's a snippet. The upper half of his face was perfectly framed between the tops of books and the upper shelf. Hello. My heart skittered as he breathed the word with reverence, as if not wanting me to scatter like dust in motes in sunlight. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, and why is she scared of him? Come on, it's just a dude. Kiana says, "I was here yesterday, but nobody saw me." That is so rude. I am so sorry, Kiana. That's it. I'm gonna make you a wrench. Hold on. I will do that. Come on, chat. Jeez.
Ooh, you're getting wrenched.
You're getting wrenched whether you like it or not. And Courtney says, "I had an appointment this week." Oh, that's right. That's right. You did tell us. But definitely back next week. I have been busy, so haven't posted sprints yet. Gotcha. And Molly swoons over Laura's wording. Yes, 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 yes. And Kiana says, "Hello to all the people and anyone that she missed." Excellent. All right. So we're going to start our first sprint where I will let the puppy in and give Kiana a wrench. And if you could dodge a wrench. Anyways, we will. What generation am I? Actually, that's probably millennial generation. But it's got Alan Tudyk, so I have to have it memorized. It's a rule. All right, here we go. 30 minutes. I'll see you on 30. And there is our first sprint. I got 150 words in, which is pretty accurate for my first sprint. It always takes me a minute to get into it. How did you do, Alicia?
I planned out, well, I ate breakfast first, and then I planned out my videos for February. I need to figure out 3 of them, and then it's all set. There's a lot of sprints happening in February, just so you know. Because I have my Sunday sprints, then I have the me taking over Morning Time Pirates for the first week, and then I have the 100 book club, 100 pages book club sprints. And I'm like, there's a lot. I think there's 12, 13 altogether.
Nice. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. So, for everyone who loves these mornings, remember that next week I will be in Colorado Springs. So, I will not be here doing the Morning Time Pirates, but Alicia, I will be spending a lot of time with a whole bunch of writers and getting no writing done. That's how it works. And it's not a writing retreat, right? It's a seminar. And the Alicia at Books and Things with Alicia, she will be taking over. So that next week it is still on. That's why we do this together, so we're not alone, so that we have people to back us up when we need it. So next week Alicia will be taking over, and it will be on her channel. So
I'm trying to post the link.
And then we'll be back on this channel as normal in the second week of February. And then all through February, there's no breaks. So we will have it. It will be every day in February. There's no holiday that we can't write on. I will not be here next week. So excellent, excellent. Let's keep up on the chat. I tried to get Kiana the wrench. I don't know if it worked or not. Is there a limit on how many wrenches you can give out?
I don't know.
Let's see. Kiana says, today my oldest is going to Disneyland and was yapping about it. So now my daughter with autism is thinking she's going to Disneyland. Oh, no, that's tough.
Oh.
That's got to be something really, really hard to explain. Sorry, Kiana, you're just going to have to call off work and take your daughter to Disneyland. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's totally what I heard. Molly says, Kelly, a few months ago, I want a puppy. It will be fun. Kelly today, stop it. Hey, man, never said it would be fun. As I said in the comments, I can't live without a dog, and I have to train them. So it is what it is. It's like having children. It's not that no moments are fun, but most of the time you're just trying to make them good citizens and not kill themselves. That's what you do over and over and over again with children and puppies.
Yep.
She tried to jump up a couple days ago. She tried to jump up on the stove while I was cooking things. I'm like, dude, you're killing me, dog. You're killing me.
What? You
Yes.
don't need anything from up there. Get down.
Not just that, I'm like, fire, boiling water. What are you doing? Just like
Right.
having a 2-year-old, right? Old enough to walk around and get into everything, so you can never take your eyes off of them. It's just
For sure.
yeah. So fun. No, moments are fun, right? Like when she's being all cuddly, that's fun. Or when she's running around and looking all cute, that's fun. It's good that she's making me walk, right? There's good parts, but it's not the reason I get a puppy. I get a puppy because I want a well-trained dog. So if I could just get a dog that was trained the way I want it to be trained, then I would just get a dog. And I'll tell you, all those years of kids, it's the same thing, right? Are there fun moments? Absolutely. But most of the time, it's work. But man, it has paid off because my kids are freaking awesome. So luckily, it's just a lot faster with the dog. Because at least with kids, you can communicate, right? Now, you communicate with the dog too, but it's much simpler communication. So you can't, again, it's like a 2-year-old, very simple communication. Yeah, but fun. I never said it would be fun. Just necessary.
Hard work, man.
That's right. Hard work. Yeah, Ren said the post she did about Disney though was before I hit the wrench because it's up there before I asked her to do something. And then how about now? But I'm sure she's busy with the kids, so she has
It worked.
typed again.
I see it.
Oh, yay! So it's later down. Fabulous, fabulous. And Atia joined us. Hi, Atia. So good to see you. Hey, hey, hey. This is early for you, isn't it? Or have you not gone to bed yet? Ati is our resident up very, very late sprinter. So if you're ever up late and wanting to get work done, um, odds are Ati is sprinting. Um, but I am not a late upper, so I rarely see her. So I'm very glad to see you run. And Atia is writing up captions for my Black History Month daily recommendation reels shorts for next month. Ooh,
Ooh,
yay! That's
very
they're daily.
nice.
I love that. Atia, and also listening to the audiobook of Forbidden by Beverly Jenkins. Nice. Molly says, Atia, did you see the Discord DM I sent you yesterday? And Atia says, yep. And Molly says, Kelly and Alicia, have I told you lately how much I appreciate these sprints? They get my day started well. Oh, thank you, Molly. We appreciate you being here. You help us stay
Yes.
focused and get on this. And Molly's like, oh, sorry, that's why you applied to Atia. I guess you did see it because you said something and I didn't notice. But yes, and thank you, Molly. We appreciate that you appreciate it because we also appreciate it and get our work done. And it's
Yeah.
perfect because that's why Alicia is doing it next week, even though I can't be here, right? So we understand the consistency. So we will still be here for you. I will be here in spirit, and Alicia will be here physically. If I have, because it'll be earlier for me, so I might be able to get on to at least the chat to say hi. But we'll see. I get so focused on the event that it's hard for me to do that. So we shall find out.
And I'll try to post the link in the Morning Time Pirates section so that if anybody wants to join me on screen, you can.
And Monday, I'm just getting ready for the event. So that's why there's no way I have time. So I will put a note up, right? So at least that anyone looking for it, that I can do that on Monday. I'll make sure to put a note up that the Morning Time Pirates for this week, special guest appearances or special guest hosting by Books and Things with Alicia. So I will make sure to put that up too with the link.
Yeah.
Annette, Molly, very true. They're probably my most productive sprints for review writing. Yay! I love it. I love it. And also means you're sticking with the theme, which is writing, right? It's not like required. It's not like we're in your house making you do it, but that is the theme. So nicely done. Molly, yay, 2% into Alchemized. Woot, only 35 and a half more hours to go. Wow.
I want to read that this year at some point.
I am absolutely not.
When? I don't know yet.
I am not interested. Swank wrote in my morning pages. Yay, good job, Swank. We're all writing. I love it. I love it. It does make it easier to write when other people are writing, right? Yeah, it makes it easier. And Alicia put her channel in there. That is the sprints for next week, at least Monday, so that you can make sure to know, save it so you know where to go next week. When you come in here and you're like, wait, where's Kelly? You're like, oh yeah, I remember. Now where is it? So we're going to put the reminder, so hopefully you can find it.
And I discovered while grabbing the link for my channel that I am 37 away from 500.
So close.
I know. I'm getting there slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. Yeah, they said I could monetize my channel now, and I'm like, doesn't that mean I have to do more work? I don't think I want to yet. I can't. Too much. Because what am I going to offer you, right? Like I have to do extra stuff, and I'm like, I just can't right now. So yeah. Jean says, woohoo, writing palooza, Kelly. That's right. Gonna go hang out with writers. The cool thing about going to the writing seminar, when I get back, my writing is going to be extremely productive because it is so inspiring hanging out with all those writers and seeing the projects they're doing and what's happening. It really, really encourages you to then write. So it's really cool. So I predict, as is typical for me, like the first short story I ever wrote, I wrote on the drive home because my husband was driving. Don't freak out. From Dragon Con, the first year we went, when I went to all those writing, the writing track sessions. So, you know, one panel after another on the writing track. And I was so inspired. I wrote on the way home. So yeah, it's that part is nice. How we're going to feed ourselves is not nice. Zwank says, is that from The Creative Way by Julia Cameron? Oh, the morning pages? I don't know. That's a good question. Kiana, there you go. I see the wrench. Got to page 100 of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I love that one. Did you get to the Babelfish? The Babelfish is like my single favorite thing. Molly, with Paula, almost everyone has a wrench, so maybe no limit. Okay, cool. Gee, no, there is no limit on wrenches. Otherwise, Coda and Paula would cry. I love that.
For sure.
I swear, every time I've given a wrench right now, it's because there's been a problem. That's the only reason I've given wrenches out. Like, it's like their comments aren't showing up, or this thing, or it kept blocking Molly and Vanessa for no reason. And every comment they made had to be approved. I was like, what's going on? Let's see. And Kiana says, I told her that I'll take her to Disneyland for her birthday in September. Oh, that's nice. If she could think that far ahead. I know. It still makes it hard. I mean, my daughter, who is not on the spectrum, had a fit every time my son got to do something she didn't. So I can imagine it being even harder to explain. Molly, Cora, stove is hot. Yeah, exactly. I was like, dude, every time I have to open the oven for something, I make sure she's nowhere around. I'm like, Jenna, hold her, because she'll jump on it. I can guarantee you she will.
She'll be like, "Ooh, that smells so good, Mommy. Can I have it?"
Yeah. Of all the things I've been able to train her to do, I cannot get her to quit jumping. She's just so bouncy. She cannot control it. Kiana, it's just so expensive, and I have to mentally prepare for the crowds and extensive peopling. Yeah, that I understand.
Yes.
That the expensive more than anything.
Yep.
Molly.
It's like I love when we go to like the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, but at the same time I dread it because there are times where I'm perfectly fine at the park, and there are other times where like I go, okay, this is where we're going, and then all of a sudden it's like my husband's like, okay, how do we get there? And then he just starts walking. And I'm like, where the hell are you going? Like, it's over here. Like, stop.
I mean,
let me show you where it's at on the map before you just walk away.
It's so funny. We do that. My husband does that. And I was like, I always remember where things are. I don't know why. I call it my mall sense. Like I walk into a mall once and I remember where everything is.
Right?
So we call it my mall sense. I can just do that. So even Disney, Magic Kingdom, I could still just walk my way around, and I haven't been there in a decade. Like I talked to a friend and she was like, we need to go here. I'm like, oh, just turn left at that fountain and then you can, things like that. The only thing is I have not been there since they rebuilt the little child thing, the one that used to be like a circus kind of thing. So that area I don't know at all.
The circus?
Yeah, it was like in the back. See, that's, if you don't know what it is, that shows you how, it's been a decade.
Well, there's like the Big Top Circus that has Barnstormer. I think that's the name of it. It's like a little kids roller coaster, and then has the Dumbo ride.
Yep. Yeah, that area back there, they've rebuilt it since last time I went. So I'm not sure that I would be able to walk my way around there.
They also have a train station where you can get on the train.
They do. Yep. So I remember, like I said, I could get off the train station and tell you where to go. The old one. I haven't been to the new one, so I need to.
I think it's the same.
I promise you, they changed it. It was under construction the last time we went. It was closed.
I will try to film it next time I'm there, and then you can see it.
That'd be cool. It'd be so cool. You better be careful. I'm literally going to come visit you. I cannot tell you how much I love Disney World. When we were in training in the Navy, it was in Orlando, and I didn't want to leave.
I mean, theme parks, there's a whole bunch.
I just love them. It's ridiculous how much I love that cheesy shit. I just love it. And the people don't bother me. I have no trouble just blocking it out. And when I get overwhelmed, I just read. I don't have a problem. Do you see what I mean? Like that is my coping mechanism. Like I am extremely impatient and I start to get anxious if
I should try that.
Too long, and I just read my book, and that calms me the fuck down. So I just always have a book with me. And at this point, since I have Kindle on my phone, I always have a more convenient book. I don't have to worry about lighting or anything with the physical. But I have always, my whole life, that is how I have controlled my freak out, is by having a book, which is why also I have no issue reading in public. So people start to stress me out. I'm like, nope, no problem. I got this. And I am no longer stressed. I just...
I should try that sometimes, because sometimes people, like, I would I'm
Yeah,
like, "Stop, just move. Why are you standing in the middle? Move."
yeah. Like, I get anxious standing in line at the grocery store if it's too long,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I
And
don't blame
so
them.
because my mind, it's like, well, we got to keep going, keep going, keep going. So in order to make that anxiety calm down, I pull up my phone and I start reading my book.
Mhm.
Works every time, every time. Um, and Molly gave Kiana hugs, and Molly says that sounds fair. Kiana, did that help her? Kiana says, "Hey, Atia, I love Beverly Jenkins. I've not read Beverly Jenkins yet." Courtney says, "Okay, Ren, you asked and received. Some sprints are posted for February. Yay!" And
Yay.
Courtney says hi to Atia. Kiana says, "Yeah, she's okay now. She'll just remind me every day that we're going in September." You better prep, Mama. You better prep. Time to start saving.
I don't know what it is about my children. They do that too. Like they sit there and I go, okay, well, we're not going until, and like, even though they're not going, they keep reminding me. They're like, well, Mama, you're going to Epic on on Valentine's Day. Stop. I know this. But I think it's because they're excited they get to go hang out with Grandma and Grandpa.
Ah, there you go. See, they're like, "Can't you leave now?"
Is it Valentine's Day yet? No, you have 2 weeks. Don't remind me.
Oh, that's adorable. Courtney says,
No.
"Actually, Swank asked." And Christine's on. Hey, Christine, good morning. Hello, writer friends. I can share some good news. Sherman's, a big Maine bookstore, is taking my children's books on commission, but still, good news. That is awesome news. Congratulations,
Yay!
Christine. So excited for you. Christine says, now I'm trying to work on a short story that is due today. Likely not going to make it happen. Have fun next week, Kelly. Sounds amazing. It is. I wish you would come too. I think you would love it. Courtney says, yay, yay, Christine. And Molly says, hi, Christine. And Molly, well, this first 2% is pretty good, but we'll see. If Alchemized, yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm not reading it. Molly says, woot, Zwank. Molly, yes, I'm doing the Artist Way workbook. There you go. Good guess, Molly. Or good guess, Molly. You got it. Um, Come on, I'm almost done. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Ren says, made it to 67%. Beautiful. Molly says, awesome, Swank. Kiana says, yes, I got to the Babelfish. This book is so silly. Apparently, I bought a bind up for the first 5 books. There you go. I will tell you, I got to about the middle of book 3 and I couldn't take it anymore. It's just too silly. But that first book is so good. Jean says, who's older, your son or your daughter, Kelly? My son. He's 25 and my daughter's 22. Jean, why I think I should request more books from NetGalley. Don't do it, Jean. Wait till March.
Don't
Wait till
do it.
March. Wait
Yep.
till March. Courtney says, I agree about always having a book on you to block out people. Yep, it 100% works. Kiana says, I took my Kindle to Universal Studios and was reading in line. Exactly. That
See?
keeps me calm. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, we need to make a video, Alicia. I think that would be perfect.
Got to
Reading at
plan. Come
Universal
visit.
Studios. Jean, I can read everywhere. I have read in a gay club reading under the light of the PORN. That's genius. I am
Putting in a
always that
number.
lady at the bar reading, I'm telling you. So yeah, that would work. I'm like, I need more light. This'll work. Oh, I love that. That's a great story. Annette, I'm trying so hard not to, Jean. I currently have 86 on my shelf. Yeah, right? Don't do it. Don't do
Wow.
it. Christine says, or Swank says, congratulations to Christine. And Jean says, congrats, Christine. And Swank laughs at Jean. That is so cool. I love that story. And on that note, let us start our second sprint. And I have to move this. We have just enough sun out to get in my eyeballs. So we're going to move that. If it stays up, I'm going to record my TBR video. All right, here we go. I got 630 about words in total. How did you do, Alicia?
I did 120. I finished. Well, still need to make 2 video on my listing, but then I started working on changing and doing the changes to my reading challenge, so I can film that later. I think that might be one of my February videos. So I did that, and that was the 120 words. And then I got distracted, and then I was like, oh, I need to update my reading journal. So I'm doing that.
There's always more to do. Always more to do. It is never done.
Very true.
The dogs are outside and they're being quiet, so I'm a little worried. Um,
Uh-oh.
yeah. See how muddy they are when they get inside.
196.
And let's see. Congrats to everyone, or to Christine for getting her book in the bookstore. And Christine says, thank you, everyone. Reading is a good idea during those long lines. Yes, for sure. Jean, a friend was making me watch their pool game. Oh, that's why you were at the gay club, because you had to watch their pool game, and you're like, okay, whatever.
There for moral support.
I'm there for moral support, but I'm bored right now.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney, okay, I gotta get to bed. Happy reading, y'all. Good night, Courtney. Thank you for joining us. And Vanessa joined us. Good morning. Good to see you today, Vanessa. Molly says hi to Vanessa. Vanessa says hi to Molly. Alicia says, hey, Vanessa. And Vanessa says, hey to Alicia. And Christine says, damn it, that baby will not nap. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I got like 3 words in. We'll see if I can polish things up after bed. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, I feel you. I'm so sorry. Good luck, Christine. Thank you for being here. Kiana got to page 114. And Vanessa says, I'm working on bill payment. Whee! Oh, yeah, that's so much fun.
Ooh. I have to schedule bills. Don't remind me.
Molly says, Mom took stepdad to Dr. Finley. They are going to get x-rays to see if he has pneumonia. Plus, they are giving him an antibiotic. So I am glad I pushed, even though Mom was yucky about it. Yeah, good thing. Good thing. Especially if they're worried enough to go get x-rays done. That was definitely the right move.
Yeah.
Molly says, yay, bills. Hey, it's nice to at least be able to pay them. I have to say that. We used to, when we were first married, we would have to do the juggle. All right, what gets paid and what are we skipping this month, right? So it's kind of nice that we can actually pay them now. Ren made it to 75%. Beautiful progress. And Coda joined us. Good morning, Coda. Good to see you. Kelly and Team 84. And Jean says, I am very good at moral support. Yes, you are, Jean. I love it. It's fantastic. I feel it all the way down here. Annette says, finish my reviews. Now updating my HearKid tracker. I have a lot of books to go, right? I updated HearKid yesterday when I finished the No Good Dragon Goes Unpunished, because it's the 3rd book in my 4 or more book series. And so I was updating. I have 79 books read, and I still only have 10 squares complete.
Wow.
Now, obviously, I have a whole bunch of books and a whole bunch of other, slots. But yeah.
That's a lot, man.
But the thing is, there's only like 4 of them that I've read on purpose for HearKid. Most of them are ones I'm just reading for other things, or I'm reading.
True.
And I've been able to slot them in. So that's the thing to think about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I on purpose was reading these 4 HearKid, yeah, that would be a little crazy. Let's see. And Kiana says, I have to head out, but thanks for the sprints and making me a moderator. Absolutely. Now we can see your stuff. That's how it's supposed to work. It was frustrating. Your name is not that polarizing. It's fine. So, because that's the only thing I could think. It's got to be your handle there. And Molly says, hi, Coda, my friend whom I stay up too late with. Yes. And we're the friends you get up too early for. Look at that. Alicia says, hey, Coda, Team 84. And Jean says, I got 2 reviews written. It was a 2 for 1 for sense and suitability. It was a very cute, clean Regency romance. That's cool. Molly says, bye, Kiana. Have a great day. And I have the 2 for 1. Oh, I love the 2 for 1 reviews. Yeah, I'm assuming that's when if for those who don't know, that's when they, like, have the ebook and the audiobook. It's the same book, right? So that way they can have reviews for both of them.
Gotcha.
Annette nope, Coda says, "Hello to all of the peoples." And Lindsay says, "I'm still reading The Maidens, and I see why some people don't like it, as it's heavy-handed in how it explains things. I'm going to finish it, though, as I'm intrigued about what the ending will be." Yeah, that's why I finished it, too. And, yeah, we'll talk about it when you're done. Ren says, "Hey, Coda and Annette, I have 230 books read and 5 squares." You've read 230 books for Kierkegaard?
When did this start?
That's maybe you must be doing no doubles. Because I am definitely doing the doubles. I'm taking full advantage of doubles. If we couldn't do doubles, like I looked at it at first and thinking that it was the old rules where you couldn't do doubles, and except for certain things. And so I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, no way, I'm not doing this. And then she was like, no, you can double like everything. I was like, okay, cool, never mind, I'm in. I like a challenge, but I don't want something to be impossible or to consume my life, right? So, yeah. Jean, I'm at 42% rating, only 63 books left to review. Only, you've got this, no problem. See, don't request anymore.
Wow.
2 books I have already, and 2 books very close to beginning finishing. Woohoo! Molly says, I DNF'd Alchemize. You can have too much trauma. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I'm like, no, that's not okay. It's not okay. I have no interest in that. I do not understand why it's so popular. Molly, Woot, Annette, and Ren. Unfortunate, Molly, but at least you can read something worth reading now. Yeah, you don't have to waste all that time. For sure. Molly, Jean, that's pretty good rating for NG. Yeah, for sure. I'm at 53. So, I need to get to 80 though for Hurkit, so I'm trying not to request anything until I review more. Well, read more. Ren says, but I will still try Alchemized. Absolutely. I mean, it's popular, so yeah. No, I just can't. I can't do the what he does to her and they fall in love later. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. It is not okay. What does that teach anyone reading it? No. Especially because it's really popular with kids. I don't want them to think that's okay. Jean, Annette, wow, are you doing book blanket? Any pictures? Right? we want to see those 200. Can you imagine how long that book blanket would be though? Take a long to make the blanket to read the books.
Yeah.
Molly says, I would, Ren. I feel like it's well written or maybe well narrated. Just too much for me. Yeah, no. Ren, also still need to read A Little Life and My Dark Vanessa. Yeah, I kind of want to read My Dark Vanessa. I am not reading Little Life either. Life's too short to be that miserable. Annette, yes. And yes, I'm crazy and not doing doubles. There you go. That's why not doing doubles. I'm doing the A to Z on my Hurkit 1 prompt 2. So now that I am doing. I am doing the A to Z also. But
Yeah.
I'm over halfway done with that. Coda, it's Alchemized, the new ALL or something? I don't know what ALL is, so I don't know. Jean says people are obsessed Hermione and Draco fan fiction. Yeah. But
Yeah.
for me it's not I mean at least in the Manacled, right? Which is the non-traditionally published version. That was the
Right.
you know what I mean?
That was the fan fiction that came out first about that was the title, and then
correct. With the names
Alchemized
actually
was
being Draco and Hermione, right?
Yeah.
And that one at the beginning he R's her and then they fall in love later. And I'm like, no. Nope. No. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. That's the worst thing that you can put in a book that young kids are reading and just loving. No. No. You cannot fix him. He has to fix himself. Please quit thinking you can fix him. He can't fix you either. You have to fix yourself. It's not going to work that way. It's like the worst lesson I ever learned as a child. It's not okay. It's not how it works. Annette, no book blanket, Jean. I meant 5 squares on the Hurkit bingo board. I have just started to relearn crochet though, so maybe next year. Molly says, I use my NG rating as my personal challenge for Hurkit too, Kelly, but I use 30%. Oh, see, well, I don't have as many books, so I'm trying to get to 80. I only have like 8 altogether right now left. So, I should be able to read those. But the next book I have comes out this Tuesday. It might be the first time ever I mean, I just started this like 6 months ago, that I will not have a book read by the time it comes out. I'm still gonna try, but I'm like, dang it, the whole point is to get it done before it comes out. I understand practically that's not how it always works, but that doesn't mean it's not something I aim to do. So, and the next 2 books are in March. So still got time for those, but I was like, dang it, I just didn't quite get to it this month. I'm trying. I had a lot of long books, and you know what? I'm gonna have a lot of long books next month too. So it's not gonna be any different. Lindsay says, I absolutely loved my Dark Vanessa. Nice. Coda said, I just said it. I just said what the ALL was?
A Little Life. They said it down in the
Oh.
comments later.
Alchemist is not the new A Little Life.
No. Alchemized is the published version of Manacle, which was a
Yes.
fanfiction.
Yeah, it's not that it's miserable like A Little Life is. Where Little Life is, everything sucks. At least from what I've heard. I haven't read it, and I'm not gonna, because I don't need it. Everything sucks. I already lean towards cynicism. I don't need a push.
We don't need more help.
I don't need any more encouragement to go farther that way. Laura says, just got my W-2 for the holiday job I had 2 Christmases ago. What?
Huh?
That's actually illegal. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm 80% sure it's wrong. Like, it says I got double what is in my pay stub. Yeah, it's also, they can't do that. You can't get a W-2 from 2 Christmas. They have to give it to you. Trust me, I know, running a business, hurriedly sending out these things. They have to get them to you by the end of January. That year. Like, so the year. So if anything you worked in 2025, it has to come out in January of 2026. Unless you worked that Christmas and they didn't pay you until 2025. Right? Then it could be, because like the second half of 2025 for my authors, they don't get paid that till January. So that will actually go on the W-2 for 2027, right? Otherwise, that's illegal. So I don't even understand what you're supposed to do with that. You should have already filed those taxes. So I'm confused. Ren, speaking of Draco and Hermione, what's the hype surrounding those 2 anyway? P.S. Never watched Harry Potter or read the books. Yeah. No, I mean, look, Hermione and Draco matchups, I get. Because, you know, who doesn't want the bad guy, right? Like, who doesn't want the dude who has a redemption thing going on, right? That's fun. That's fantasy. I get that. This one goes too far. There has to be a mutual attraction. There cannot be a power dynamic. And an R. No, that's not okay. Especially Hermione. There's no freaking way. Did you even understand her character if you think that would happen with her? Do you even understand who she is?
She's pretty, like, she punched Draco in the movies, so.
Well, that's okay. That doesn't mean she wouldn't fall for Draco later. But what I mean is, this is too far. This is the R. And then the love, no way Hermione would let that go. She's not the forgive and forget kind of girl. Are you kidding? This is Hermione. No, I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. But not even if it wasn't Hermione. They're completely different characters that never existed, as in another world. There's no way. There's no way that that's okay.
Right.
So that should not be marketed to children. Adults, you read whatever messed up shit you want, right? But at this point, you know what you're getting into. Children, no, it's not okay. But Jean, I am not reading Little Life or My Vanessa. Yeah, so you can. Yes, thank you, Coda. Team 84 clarified it for me. Apparently, it's a secret language I'll have that you figured out. Ren says, I think that's why I never noticed when something is an HP fanfic. Yeah, I don't notice unless someone says it, usually, because I take it at face value. And I don't read fanfic. So, not because I'm morally against it. Don't think that's what it means. It just means I have a lot to read. And I already read tons of unpublished stuff for my company. I don't need that too. Molly is at 44% now, though. Woot! Nice. Lindsay, I have a Little Life on my table to read soon, but I've heard it's traumatic. Yes, it is. And as far as Coda's concerned, that's the good part about it. Who is trying to call me?
That's the good part about it?
Ask him. That's what he says. He says it makes him feel not alone, so that makes sense to me. That makes total sense to me. Ren, yeah, Lindsay, I've heard a lot of people describe A Little Life as trauma corn. Yeah, and that stuff doesn't work for me.
Oh,
And Laura says the W2 covers the first 7 days of last January. Oh, okay. There you go. That makes sense then. There you go. I got it now. It's all clear. Jean, trauma reading is not helpful. Trauma for trauma's sake is very cringy. Yep, I agree. Coda, I don't think everything sucks in A Little Life, but perhaps everything that happens to one character sucks. But at least they don't instigate their own misery. Consent before complaint, etc. Like that. I gotcha. Coda says, cough, cough, 13 reasons. Oh, 13 reasons is awful too. Awful, 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 awful. But also Jay Asher's a douchebag, so there's no surprise there. Gene also met him. He tried to pick up one of my friends, and he's
Oh,
married.
was
And
that
so was
was
she.
it 13 Reasons Why or something? I never
Yes.
read that one. I
There's no
think I
reason to.
did he write the one that was like The Future of Us?
I
Let me
don't
see.
know. Like I said, I crossed him off of my list, never to have anything to do with again. He is a douchebag. Gene, one of the books I have, one of my ARC shelf, only has one review and it came out last year. It has me wondering, oh yeah, that's scary. Maybe get to that one quick so you can like DNF it.
Yeah, yeah.
Get to that one. That is a little odd.
He was the one that wrote The Future of Us, and it was about the beginning, like the timeline of when like AOL first came out, like the internet first came out. That one was okay, but I haven't read anything else by him. It was like I'm debating on getting rid of that book.
Yeah, no, I would. So no, douchebag. All right, let us do our last sprint. See if I can get to my 1,000. Here we go. And there is our last sprint. I am about 100 words short, but I'm going to call that good enough for government work. How'd you do, Alicia?
I wrote another. Aha, where's my mouse? I wrote another 108 words, and I finished doing what I needed to do here.
Yay! I love it, I love it, I love it. Um, Molly says, "Oh, Coda gonna send you a message on Facebook." Vanessa says, "Well, that was an adventure." Oh, was it? Hubby went to go to the grocery and the car wouldn't start. Uh-oh. Luckily, we've got one of those jumper battery things, so we got it started. But yay for buying a new car battery. The cold will do it every time, I'm telling you. Cold season is battery season. Vanessa, so now I've got to find time in my schedule next week to buy a new car battery. I'm so sorry. That is no fun. I just always go to the AutoZone and just have them replace it for me too. And then I don't have to worry about anything. Done. Jean says, not going to write another review, going to make notes on current books and try finishing What I Tell My Friends. Excellent. You have to let us know how far you got in that, Jean. Swank says, Coda. Molly says, fuck Vanessa. Yeah, that's not fun. Vanessa says, yeah, luckily I already knew it was dying, so I've been putting aside money for it. And tires. There's always one more thing, man. There's always one more thing. I think this, owning stuff is a scam.
Yeah.
It's just a scam. Because you don't actually own it, but you're still responsible for all of the things. Sorry, I moved into mortgages now. I have a problem with it. I have a problem with the entire concept. Vanessa says probably going to go the Costco route. Does Costco replace it for you? I don't remember. I know it's easy, but it's disposing of the old one that's a pain in the ass. And, with my ADHD, even though it's really not that hard, it becomes impossible. So I just pay the extra and don't have to worry about it. Like I said, when you have, weird brains, which I know, Vanessa, you know as well, when you have weird brains, you just kind of have to work with them. I can't, I've learned to adjust to them instead of them adjusting to me, because them adjusting to me just has never worked. But the sun is still out for now, so I might record my TBR video because I've been very excited about it. So I can go put on some makeup. And I started Carrie last night for my comparing, right, to do Carrie and The Way to Ink. I started Carrie. I'm already halfway through. This book is reading fast.
Oh, wow.
Like just flip, 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 flip. It is so fast. I'm like, holy moly. I could have stayed up and finished it. I was like, wait, I haven't even recorded the intro for this yet. I should wait. It's just incredible. I actually am digging it. Who knew? Who knew? It doesn't read like horror though. It reads like a lit fic with magical realism because of the telekinesis. That's what it reads like. It does not read like a horror. So I think that's funny that he's like the king of horror, and his very first book is not what we today would call horror. So,
Right.
plus now we know what happens, right? Because it's part of our culture and this book's been around for 60 years. But if you didn't know what was happening, like picking this up in 1974 and reading it, it's masterfully done. He is setting everything up for what eventually happens. And yet you have no idea as you're reading it what's going to happen. So the whole time you're like, wait, what happens at the prom? Wait, people die? Wait, what's happening? Wait, what's going on? Do you see what I mean? Like the whole way through. And it's just really well done. I am impressed. So it's pretty cool. But he's like head hopping like crazy. It's not in anyone's perspective. It's in everyone's perspective. For a minute, right? A minute. And then it's multimedia. I didn't know that. So it has news reports, it has clips from movies, it has all this kind of stuff, like documenting what happened. It has references to telekinesis and what scientists believe it is and that kind of thing. So I thought I was just going to read this because I needed. So this I am reading for Hirkit, but I've just made it into a project too, right? Because we need to read a book in adaptation. I really wanted to read The Weight of Blood. So because I wanted to read The Weight of Blood, I chose Carrie, right? I didn't choose Carrie. And I am really enjoying it. I thought I was going to have to force myself to read it. It's a happy coincidence. Happy coincidence, happy circumstance. Um do, 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 do.
I have to pick 2 more books for my February TBR. One of them is a wrapped book for the reading challenge, and then another one I have to pick a romance because it's
Ooh.
February.
That sounds fun.
But everything else is
Raven,
planned.
yay! I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, I gotta go play my game and see what it comes up with. Hopefully not so many random. It's the randoms that killed me again. So I even
Mm.
lowered the chance of getting randoms, and I still got 1 random physical and 1 random ebook out of 6 books, even after lowering the chances. Ugh. Um, let's see. Vanessa says you can usually take the old one by a tire center. I mean, an auto center. Sorry, I was just looking at tires. Yeah, I'm sure it's easy, right? But easy things like taking a shower are really hard. Just I still have coffee. I have to mail Coda. At this point, it's 2 months old, so I'm just gonna drink this coffee and buy him new ones because I can't. It's too old. I don't want to ship it now. It's not that hard, and yet I just can't do it. Vanessa says, but maybe Costco will replace the battery when they do the tires. That would be cool. Just do it all at once. And Carrie was Stephen King's very first pub novel. Yeah, and legend has it that he threw it away after he wrote it. And then his wife pulled it out, read it, and said, you need to try to get this published. That's legend. I don't know if that's true or not. But it's a cool legend. I like it. Hence the reason I repeated it. Molly says, I remember liking Carrie, but I wasn't sure since I read it over 30 years ago. Yeah, I could see that. Molly, that's why I still adore Stephen King, even though he messes up the ending of his novels. Yes, like at least 40% of the time, for sure. His actual writing is masterful. Exactly. His actual, like his instincts for it are so fucking good. So he's doing, if anyone had sent me a novel like this, I would have been like, oh no, you're doing everything wrong. Let me help you fix it. But this totally works. It's so weird how that just happens sometimes. Lindsay says, I guess litfic and magical realism were not genres when Carrie was written. Exactly. Oh no, litfic was. But this doesn't have like big fancy words that no one understands. So, and it's got, so I didn't think, and magical realism was around, but it was more in Spanish literature than it was in English literature. But yeah, so this was, it doesn't have big fancy words. And I mean, it's about high school kids. How can that possibly be litfic, right? But if this was published today, it would be litfic. Let's see.
Lindsay's, I guess,
Lindsay, yeah. Oh, so it best fit into horror. I mean, horror hardly existed. Stephen King basically made the genre. I've only read one Stephen King. It was probably listed as science fiction. Betcha. I bet you it was published as science fiction, not horror. And I've only read one Stephen King, which was a thriller. Molly says, I didn't know that, Vanessa. And Jean says, 1974 was not 60 years ago. As Team 73, I'm taken back. Okay, 50 years ago. Feels like 60. Sorry, I'm Team 75, so I also aged myself, if that makes you feel any better. Ren says, made it to 84%. Thanks for sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Molly says, you tell them, fellow Team 73. Thanks for the sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Absolutely, Annette. Thanks for being here. Vanessa says, I am the same with snail mail. Honestly, online bill pay has saved my credit score. Same. Yes. It's like, even when I have the money to pay it, and yet I just can't seem to get it in the freaking mail. So yes, auto pay and online bill pay has saved my life. Or saved my credit score, for sure. It's just ridiculous. Stupid brain. It's a stupid brain. Yep, Stephen King's wife saved Carrie from the garbage. There you go. Molly says, Kelly, you were still in Coda stream last night when I said I earned a book by this month. Maybe. What are you gonna buy? Molly? Are you gonna get the Book of Doors? Vanessa says magical realism is a literary genre, not a commercial fic genre. Right. I will die on this hill. No, I agree. That's why I said this is lit fic magical realism. That's what I think it is. Vanessa, Shirley Jackson would like to have a word about horror not being around before SK. I mean, as a genre that you had books on in the bookstore. I don't mean that there was no horror and no horror written. I mean, we've had horror forever, but they called it science fiction. They didn't call it horror. That's what I mean. They had different words for things. And then it went out of style again. It was all thrillers. They put Stephen King, he was all in the thrillers and the general fiction. Then it wasn't horror again. And that was the early 2000s. They got rid of it again for some reason, even though people were still writing horror, but it didn't matter. And then there's a whole, Jonathan Mayberry has this whole story about how they, one of his younger editors at one of the big publishers was like, ooh, there's this new genre and it's making you really think. And I really think that you could do really well in this genre. I think you should write it. For anyone, Jonathan Mayberry writes zombie books. Okay. All right. And so she was like, I mean, he writes other stuff, but to simplify, he writes zombie books. And she was like, I really think that we need to really get into this thing. And I think that you could really be successful in this new genre. So could you like write something that was like horror? And he was like, yeah, I think I could totally do that.
He's like, that's all I write.
Yeah, yeah. So it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I just think that's the funniest thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, horror movies have always been, and the literary world just can't seem to wrap its head around it. Actually, I think right now my Barnes Noble does not have a horror shelf again. I'll go look next time I go in.
Mine does,
Um,
I think.
yeah, I have to go
Now
look
you
again
make
because
me want to go look.
I know because it goes back and forth and back and forth. Yeah, last time I looked for Stephen King, there was no horror, but I haven't looked for Stephen King in a while. And this I just got. This was I got it at my indie bookstore. They happen to have it. Otherwise, I was just gonna read it on Kindle. But I'm glad because this is a really fun experience. I like having the book. Do, 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 do.
Ouch.
Hey, Molly says, thanks for sprints, guys. And Jean says, it does make me feel better. Vanessa says, I used to have written a check, put it in the envelope, put a stamp on it, and then it would sit on my desk for 2 months. Yep. I would do the exact same thing. Molly says, laugh out loud, the Book of Doors would have been good, right? Vanessa says, I gave up on sending holiday cards when I was 22. You know what? I had a whole thing like in my 30s where I sent holiday cards every year because I made them by hand. So I had the dopamine of making the cards, and that was so exciting. Obviously, I had to share that so that I had enough dopamine to do that. But then, then that got old too, and now I don't send cards.
I still send Christmas cards, and
I did. I got your card, by the way. I meant to say that I got your card. Thank you very
Yay.
much. Thank you for
I
reminding
think
me.
I sent out a total of 45 last year.
That's so cool. Yeah, no, I used to make them, and that dopamine definitely that made me happy. Molly, no, I pre-ordered Faces of the Queen. Oh yeah, that one looked good last night when people were talking about that one. It should come with sprayed edges. Woot, awesome. I still need to finish Life with Savages by Shirley Jackson. The only thing I've read by Shirley Jackson is Haunting of Hill House. So I think I need to leave the We Used to Live There. I think that's the other big one. I need to read that one next. Vanessa, I think whether horror had a bookshelf was regional. Oh, that could be. Absolutely. It could be, Vanessa.
Ooh.
Because we had horror bookshelves when I was a kid, but there were also a lot more non-corporate bookstores then too. That 100% could be it. Very regional. And when I'm saying shelves or not shelves, I'm really just talking the big box, right? Vanessa, horror on the core level has been in and out just like vampires. Yeah, for sure. Jean, thanks for the sprint. It was very helpful. I'm so glad, Jean. So glad. Remember, next week we're going to be on Alicia's channel. So I will put a comment in on Monday so that it is fresh to remind everyone. But we'll be on Alicia's channel next week since I will be in Colorado Springs, which also means no reading sprints for me on Monday because even though I'm technically going to be here, my brother's coming into town next week. And so Monday is the only day I'm going to be home. So we're actually going out to dinner with his boss. So long story, but that's what we're going to do. Vanessa, no one ever expects holiday cards from me because I cannot get them into the mail. When people ask for my Addie, I tell them they can have it, but they won't get a card from me. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I mean, I would love a card, but I'm not going to reciprocate. I'm trying, man. I'm doing the best I can. I actually bought cards and bookmarks to send my authors. Guess where they are? They're still here.
Still back there?
Yeah, they're right behind me. They're still there. Coda, We Used to Live There is the book that I need to finish. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's what I need to. That's the next one I want to read. Jean says, my cousin stopped sending Christmas cards, but unfortunately she has a stash of kid photo Christmas cards of her kids. Aw.
Aw.
Coda, we have always lived in the castle, maybe? Oh, that's it. That's what it's called. Thank you, Coda. We've always lived in the castle. That is the name. Thank you. Molly, sounds like stepdad has bronchitis. Ah. Well, you know, bronchitis is better than pneumonia. So hopefully those antibiotics will kick its behind before it becomes pneumonia.
Yeah.
Jean, I have already have YouTube reminding me that Alicia has sprints. Yay! Good job, YouTube. Swank says, thanks for sprints. Absolutely. Thanks for telling us the cool days. I love that you do that. Coda, I have not read that one either. Only
Him House here?
as well.
I don't know.
If I was a Shirley
Maybe
Jackson
Hill
expert.
House?
Oh, The Haunting of Hill House, maybe like that. That's the one I've read. That's the only one I've read. And it doesn't end. That was very frustrating, but it was such a fun journey. I forgave her. Jean, it won't remind me on Monday. Right? That's exactly the problem with YouTube. Molly, I liked Hill House so much I started reading other of her books. Yeah, that's what I need to do too. Jean, I told her she should send them out as retro cards. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Why
That
not,
would
right?
be cool.
The kids are 22 now, but look, when they were 12, they were so cute.
Yep.
Vanessa, okay, thanks for sprints. I'm hosting Zoom co-working for the writers troupe today. Excellent. Well, good luck. Coda says, Hill. Yeah, Hill House. Yep, that is what he meant. Yep. Excellent. We got you. We translated eventually. But I get it. I type too fast and it comes out. Heaven knows what. Her non-horror is just as good, Molly says. Very cool. Very cool. All right, do you have any last words, Alicia? Sprints on Sunday?
Sprints on Sunday. I'm going to try to upload a video at some point between today and Sunday. I need to get back on like a edited vlog schedule, but it's slowly trying to get back to work.
I'm just trying to do one per weekend. That's what I'm at this point because we're on the stream all the time, right? So I do right now one per weekend. I'd like to do 2 per week eventually, but I just need to keep doing the 1 per weekend until it's easier. Like it's easier to film and easier to edit. Once it gets easier, then I'll move to 2. But I'll never do more than 2. There's no reason for that.
I'm thinking about also changing because I used to do I would do the edited vlog Wednesdays and reading sprints on Sundays, but now that I do the book club sprints on Wednesdays, I'm like maybe I should change a day to put the edited vlogs up so I'm not having too much go up.
That would make sense. I would do that for sure.
Because I'm also looking at like February's, and if I stick to the Wednesday, Sunday, then it looks like there's going to be some Wednesdays where there's like 3 different things happening all on the channel, because especially during the first week, because I'm trying to do an edited vlog, the Morning Time Pirates, and the 100 pages, and I'm like, maybe I should change days.
Yeah, spread it out. The algorithm likes it better if it's
Yeah.
you know, like every day, right? So I would spread it out.
Yep.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope the weather cooperates wherever you are. And we will see you. Alicia will see you for sure next week, and I will join chats whenever I can. So